right, hello, welcome to Auto Club. We are doing 95 laps at Auto Club. No, it's only an 8-car field. I need to. The Open Setup Series is not getting as many drivers during the North American daytime as it was in the summer. I wonder why. I'm gonna have to start shifting back to evenings, I think. Or the weekends. One or the other. How does Lee have a question mark at the start of his name? Even shows up in the iRacing relative. It's all normal in the Race Lab stuff, but iRacing itself has a question mark. Alright, good luck all. Let's keep her green.
Hello, YouTube.
Alright. Alright, so we're just settling right in immediately. I just realized I forgot to turn on my chat and I just heard a noise. There! Chat is on. Now I can see it. Leo's in poll in front of me. He jumped into chat to go, ha! Oh, 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 oh. See if he does that again. Alright, so we've just settled in now. Even Leo's settled back. Just gonna let Mitchell lead, just ride. So your approach to these type of races has to change based on the number of drivers you have, right? So we only have 8 cars. Our chances of a caution thus is reduced. There's, less cars on track to collide with each other. So it makes green flag pit stops more likely, which of course I'm a big fan of. So we had a 3 wide happen below us. I just made sure we stayed up high enough that there was no chance of anyone colliding. We don't really care. We're just riding at the moment. No moves to endanger the car. As long as everyone stays within draft range. So that once the pit cycle starts, we don't let anyone get away. So that was either lag or Leo actually got the wall there.
Jeepers.
Good saves. So we had one of the cars down low, was too low and lost it in the corner. That caused Gilbert here to have to go up wide. It almost let Mitchell get away. So that's where I had to quickly change the fuel maps back up to 1 to make Mitchell be aware.
Second time you blinked out for like a second for me.
Yeah. Maddie's on it. double check that I've got my pit stop set up. Which I do, okay.
Whee! I have let the pace car by. Get out from behind me, I'm checking up for the pace car. Kind of scary when I'm trying to do that and you get your nose up my bum.
Alright, so that takes some of the fun out of it. I don't think Gilbert has his pit limiter mapped.
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
What just happened? I admit I was not looking up at the time, and it took me a second to realize the car in front of me was upside down. Is that repairable? Can they just flip it back over onto its wheels?
Apparently they cannot. I have too much damage. I think what's confusing it is that I have managed to park it perfectly in my box.
I have had one instance in my entire iRacing career where I put the car upside down, towed it back, and they fixed it.
I was thinking entirely about setting my pit
that
stop
was
up and not on driving. I'm really
at
sorry
Mo
again to
Sport,
whoever I ran over.
where I hit the tire wall and flipped upside down on top of the tire wall, and of course had to tow, and I'll be damned if they didn't fix the car. Other than that, usually when you're upside down in an Indy car, there's no coming back. It doesn't matter how minor the hit was. All right, so it's one stop for everyone now. And we've lost Maddie and we've lost Mitch. We're definitely going to have to watch that replay. Fuel map. Follow him the whole way through this corner. A little bit of negative weight jacker. get enough of a draft and pull away from Paul. We've definitely pulled away from Leo. From the bottom. No, he doesn't want it. Okay. All right, so it's a 3-car breakaway. And we'll just let them go by. So if we just had in a 3-car breakaway, if we just had the front 2 leapfrog and the guy in third just sit back there, we would have been able to pull away from Leo and Gilbert. But we're probably they're in these last lap and a half. He's within draft range now. So they'll be back up here in 2 laps. I didn't even see it happen. I think I was looking down at my wheel or something at the time, and all I know is I looked up during the pit stop and my brain didn't quite register what was wrong with the car in front of me until I started pulling forward, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's upside down. So yeah, I definitely need to watch that replay. It's why I try to stay out of the way of, unofficial. Well, you saw like Gilbert when he went in. I mean, he obviously doesn't have his pit limiter mapped. That's why he was driving so slow through the pit lane. And I just stayed to the outside because I wanted nothing to do with going into the pit box areas. 0.4. Leo's 0.4 behind the guys. Okay.
One area race. We want to reach them.
Well, now I know there's no point asking Lee how he has a question mark in his name, because it sounds like he's eating his microphone, so I won't know. I won't be able to understand his answer anyway. Out for a nice relaxing stroll. Alright, so I don't see a lot of danger in these guys getting together right now. So I think the only caution danger is with Leo and Ian being the lap down guys. It sounds like they're trying to leapfrog to get back up to us. I mean, they're 2 and 3 laps down, so... a lot of quick wheel movements going on. Nope, still can't understand them. So the time to make the move is going to be during the pit cycle. That's going to be the best chance to get far enough ahead of cars that they can't catch back up to you, because you know, to get away from their draft. Otherwise, this is just a draft lock race, the whole thing. 70 divided by 1.9. What is my max laps at full map 1 burn? Is it 37? 19, 38, 76. Just 30 minus 3.5. Yeah, 76 or 36. Normally I would stay out and, you know, use my last couple laps as the, you know, once I start seeing guys dive in, that's when I start pushing and try and create the gap that way. We'll see what these guys do. Oh. All right.
What in the hell was going on there?
So we're doing this for the potential to short fill, no tires at the end. Exactly. I figured with 8 cars, surely we weren't going to have, like... Because in the end, this isn't a hard track to drive as long as you're, like, gentle with your inputs. But, yeah, I mean, we all started out somewhere, right? Cat fur everywhere. I don't understand why an open setup series isn't like a B class or higher series. It seems very weird to let D class drivers have to deal with an open setup. I approve of Leo. He immediately caught up to the pace car. I mean, it wasn't going to affect Mitch. He was the only guy going in, but he understands. At this track, half the time they end up holding each other up. There are 5 cars left. All right, here we go. Map 1. Stay on the racing surface, Leo. Admittedly, I'm just staying out here to double confirm how much fuel I'm going to need. Not that I'd be staying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, there's no draft partners going on here. If this was a league race where you had guys that are just, they know how to work with each other and they just, without even talking, they know it's like, okay, in their head they're like, we have a 2-car breakaway, we have to swap draft, etc., and they just start doing it. That's one thing. But yeah, in the official races where it's like it's every man for himself, unless you're in like the top split, which basically just has all the guys that also league race. You've got all the guys that just know how to know without even talking to each other how to do all that stuff. And when they need to do all that stuff. Yeah, go low. If you see a 3 wide happening in front of you, don't be up top with them. Boy, that's unsettling. Come on, there we go. dragging phantom body parts down the back straight. So the other advantage of pitting early in a larger field is you'll usually come out, 5 seconds behind the lead pack. But as long as all the cars are strung out, you can then use that lead pack for the next 4 laps to draft farther forward. I think I'm going to come out far enough behind these guys. Oh no, wait, I'm going to have a shorter pit stop. I think it'll still work. I think I'm going to do it just for shits and giggles. Also because I never pit early. Mainly because whenever I do, it never works out. Alright, we're doing it. A little concerned about... Now you can see how if we'd had 10 cars, I saw Leo pit. I need to get on to Gilbert's draft before Leo comes out. Leo had a longer stop. He took tires. If I get Gilbert's draft here, these guys will never catch me in the pit cycle. And I've got it. Hey, Mark. I think I need to accept that now that summer's over, I can't do Open Series races in the middle of the day because there's just not enough people. Or I need to wait till Saturday, Sunday. No, I'm usually busy. Look, I needed to get this in before I went out for the evening. But yeah, so even with this limited field, you can see how I used coming out behind those guys and then using their draft to pull me farther forward. So you can imagine when these guys come out, they're going to come out back there. But there's now no one back there. So they're going to end up being back where Leo is, and I'll have a 6-second gap. Unless we have a caution. That was a big old nope from me. I'd like to be ahead of these guys so that I'm just on the lead lap. Then if we do have a caution, I can just... Not that it's going to matter. I mean, the cars will be so... Well, I mean, this is like these type of races. All, as I said, I made the gamble to pit early. If a caution comes out now, I'm in trouble because these guys will all pit in, take fresh tires, and I won't have that option. I need to get ahead of them so that if a caution comes out, I have that option now. Oh, he should just let me by. Let me by! Oh, I don't want to be 3 wide. What lap are they on? 30, 31, 32. Well, that's where I have to be very cognizant of, like, you know, I need to not do anything that damages my chances here, right? So it's only safe moves. That's why I backed out of a three wide in the middle. I don't want to be 3 wide in the middle when I don't need to be. I'd really like to get ahead of these guys, just because, as I said, if a caution does come out, then fine, I'm still on the lead lap. And I'll be able to get new tires. In this position here, I'll get the wave around, but I won't get to go in for tires. It's got to be soon. 33, 34. I made my one attempt to get by them. It didn't work. I'm now just not going to put pressure on them anymore. I've made my bed. It's like, and I go wide. I knew it was a mistake the second I couldn't decide whether to go left or right. That half a second of indecision is what prevented me from just being able to go up and around. But I couldn't tell if he was going to catch it and dive down or keep sliding up. So I'm now screwed. Yeah, that's the race. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have to try and figure out when to get one of these in tomorrow, I guess. I might have time in the afternoon. It'll be a Saturday, so it'll go official. I hope. I am not doing another New Hampshire this week. Getting killed in 2 of those was enough. Well, I mean, he was down low. He said he was pitting, so I assumed he had it at that point. I think he just had too much weight jacker, and then the second he started to apply the brakes to slow down, just the back end just went. Why do I need to get this repaired? This car is great. I could still win this thing with this car. What's going on? I feel cheated. So the problem is I'm going to be a lap down now. So I need a caution immediately from these guys. Okay, the car is worse now, having had the 1 minute of repairs. What is this? What? Why was it so good? And now it's terrible. No caution? Well, I was hoping for a caution to get the rest of the repairs done. Then I could have served the 15 seconds on the next green flag. And then I would need another caution to group them back, bunch them back up. Oh, and Mitchell's making me have to go back out. All right, the next time by, I'll be 4 laps down. Yeah, basically, I knew I was entering the closed pits and was going to get that penalty, but was basically playing off of the which was the worst thing, was immediately trying to get my lap back. So I wanted the wave around. And then just had to count on cautions. right, so there. Just had to keep. Now we have to keep going, just because Mitchell is 1 lap behind us. Man, another oval race where I'm gonna lose. Yeah, another 35 points. This has been a bad week. I've lost like 300 and something iRating. The 2 New Hampshire ones killed me. Yeah, 4th, but minus 35. Yeah, you can't have a 4,300, well, 4,500 at the start of the week iRating and finish 4th in an 8-car field. It's just not allowed. Well, that was the pain of New Hampshire. Is both those races I got taken out well at the front, right? Or near the front. Well, they need to do it soon, because they're on lap 90, and I'm 5 laps behind. So if they complete this lap, all 3 of them can completely destroy their cars, and I would still only finish in 4th. The best part is the guy that caused that wreck where I hit the wall is still up there, because he never actually hit anyone, right? He just slid. It was me reacting to that hit the wall. I mean, he was sideways, so it still caused the caution. I'm not. It's been an up and down week, right? And I won that votive race on Wednesday. That was a great race. Hell, I got 7th at Laguna Seca yesterday. That was a great race because me on a road course
Good win,
starting
Leo.
14th. So those were the ups. Unfortunately, all the official races this week have definitely been down. Ooh, when did this happen? Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, no, so it was Mitchell. So, and he had finished laps behind me, okay. So he did hit the wall, and he wasn't one of the lead. He ended up not being one of the lead lap cars, but yeah. Oh, it's because he was coming up. It's just, I reacted too hard. It's the turn to the... you can open up the wheel, but you can't turn to the right. Second I did that, there was no recovering it. Yeah. Was the decision right? Yes. The decision was right, but I needed to stay in it to get past him faster. The problem was with this car right in front of me, I needed to leave enough room for him to also get by. Yeah, because there was no way, I didn't have the room to cut down to the bottom. And I was worried about him hooking it back up and shooting to the bottom. Excuse me. Oh, hey, Leo ended up winning. Okay. You win. I died. Ah. That little move, that little... right there. That's what's like, the car's about to shoot straight up. That is what... yeah. Had I just... no, if I hadn't opened up the wheel, I probably would have died. Anyway. I would have died more spectacularly. Tenths of a second. Tenths of a second. And then we're just going to see Mitchell blink a lot. Okay, that wasn't it. I need to see Maddie's. Oh, he's missing a wheel. This is not going to end well. Oh, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. I do like, he's the number 8 car parked in his pit stall. It's backwards, and I don't think iRacing likes that. I know for Maddie, it didn't like it upside down. Yeah, I didn't take tires during my pit stop, Leo. That is how I jumped you for so far. And at that point, I was good. I just needed to wait for these guys to. To pit, and then I was gone. Unfortunately, when they pitted, I died. Oh, he's dead. So you can see there, the second his left front wheel went below the line, he's dead. Ian. Is this no lift Ian? Big balls that were. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I still want to see what happened to Maddie. Oh, this was not so good. All right. So Ian did good. Ian did good on the last one. He did not do good on this one. No, not blimp. Chopper. I mean, in Ian's defense, Lee moved up. So he basically put his car at risk. I would call that a reactionary move. But yeah, I mean, first off, Lee should have already been up behind Maddie at this point. All right, so I see Maddie's still alive. So it hasn't happened yet. Oh, was it Gilbert? The guy who I didn't think had a pit. Yeah, he doesn't have a pit limiter. Yeah, that's not on you, Maddie. That's not on you. This guy should not be driving. He doesn't have the pit limiter on, so you can see if we go back. I knew something was up when we were coming in. Because I'm riding my pit limiter. And I'm passing him. So he's just free-footing it. And yeah. I mean, if you're going to do that, drive through all the pit... I mean, all these guys, see all these guys driving through all the pit stalls? Yeah, I'd like you all to get a week's vacation. But, yeah, no. You killed my pit crew. My pit crew. My poor pit crew. That was Frank, John, Jim, Jerry, and June. Look, you killed all of them. But yeah, I don't know if I would have thought to do that, but it's what you needed to have done, which is drive through all the pit boxes. As soon as you saw him meandering, like, honestly, he should have driven through all the pit boxes because he obviously wasn't clear on what he was doing. But I got by him just because I stuck to the outside and just was like, okay, bye. But yeah, I think the only thing you could have done, other than, like, I don't know where his pit stalls were in relation to yours. So you're car number 6, right? Because you qualified in front of me. So yeah, the only other thing you could have done was gone to the fast lane. Switch to the fast lane. So at this point, but this is where you need to have the heads up of where is everyone's pit stalls. So you know you out-qualified this guy. As such, you know his pit stall is before yours. He's going to be turning in. He's going to be turning in somewhere before your pit stall. As such, you don't need to worry about him because he's going to be done, out of the way and done before you need to get to your pit stall. So you could have gone to the outside lane and just gone. You would have eventually gone past him as he was fumbling looking for his box because your box is up ahead. So that's the one change you could have done, is seeing that the person you had issue with was not someone with a pit stall in front of you, and in such a small field that's a lot easier to know, is just have the, like, okay, well, I can just stay in the fast lane and because my pit box will be past his. All right. That sucked. Sucked for me. Good for Leo. All right. I'm out. It's Friday night. I hope you enjoyed the comedy hour. The Craig Forsythe comedy hour of it was going good and then it didn't. Boop. I do like how you exactly stopped in your pit box upside down. Like that's that's impressive. It's exactly your pit box. Right through my guys. All right, we'll be back tomorrow for VOR. I have no idea where we are. I'll look it up tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Sorry we couldn't have a better result. It was going great. Like that was the perfect. It was working out perfect there. As I said, we didn't take the tires on the last stop. We were able to get the draft to pull ourselves away from Leo. At which point we just needed to go. Had we avoided that caution, or had we avoided the crash, there still would have been a caution because that was a lead lap car that so we still would have had the problem. Even if we'd gotten around it, I still would have restarted that last restart from last. But at that point, now you're just playing a dice roll. You know, it's four guys fighting to the end in a draft locked little battle. So it could have finished anywhere from first to fourth. So still could have ended up fourth anyway. Yeah. All right. Till later. Enjoy your evening. Or rest of your day, or whenever you're watching this, and stay safe.